EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with Cam Newton and the Carolina Panthers. Mason Crosby of the Packers has it teed up, and off we go from Lambeau. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. On 1st and 10, Newton. On the catch, it's Jarius Wright. Accelerating, and off he goes. The 20. Touchdown, Carolina. Jarius Wright, 81 yards. And the Panthers are going to take a first-quarter lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it. Get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
319.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep over the... Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Well, partner, let's look ahead to the NFC Championship game while we got a second. Sunday, 3 Eastern, Rams, Saints. What do you think about that matchup?
I'm loving the matchup, and it's right back at the site where they played in the regular season. And the Saints got out to a 21-point lead, and the Rams reeled them in before the Saints won it by 10 down the stretch. Here's where I think the biggest matchup of the game is. Marcus Peters, corner for the Rams, against Michael Thomas, receiver of the Saints. In the last game, Michael Thomas really got over on him, over 200 yards receiving. And the Saints said that was the game plan, to attack Marcus Peters. He vowed it would be different if they met again. Here's his opportunity this Sunday.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Newton to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Adams. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
319.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Over.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Here's Rodgers. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain. I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. A first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. This is first and goal from about the 8. To throw, it's Rodgers. And he checks this one down to Williams. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there from 8 yards out. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2.
319! 319!
Rodgers to throw once more. This is caught. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Crosby on now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Well, as they take the field here for the next drive, let's talk about the AFC Championship game. How excited are you for Mahomes and Brady, Chiefs and Patriots?
I'm very excited because, remember, this is a rematch game, just like in the NFC, where they played in the regular season, but this time the site is different. Regular season, they were in Foxborough, and Tom Brady and the Patriots won late against Kansas City. But how about this? The first quarterback to have a 50-touchdown season, Tom Brady, he's taking on the latest to do so in Patrick Mahomes.
And you've also got the likely MVP in Mahomes against arguably the greatest to do it all time. The storylines here just at the quarterback position are limitless.
Yeah, and remember we said they met in the regular season? It was 43-40, the win for the Patriots in Foxborough, but Kansas City walked out of there vowing revenge.
It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. No doubt it was a good season for McCaffrey. Finishes 6th in the league in rushing the football over 1,000 yards. But how about what he did in the pass game?
Imagine if he just focused on one or the other, the kind of numbers he could put up. Instead, combining fantastic season. Over 1,000 on the ground, over 100 catches in the air. This guy can flat out do it all. And if they weren't worried about injury, he'd return punts and kickoffs as well. He's a dynamic player.
And those 107 catches, an NFL record for a running back. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
This one complete to Devin Funchess. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, a 22. Now a first down throw for Newton. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the quarterback.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. The screen gets 7, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And he gets it to Funchess complete. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And his guys are able to strike for 6. And his kick is good. Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Earlier, Charles, we were mentioning about how Green Bay missed the playoffs this last year. You know, they had made the playoffs 8 straight years, 2009 to 2016, but now 2 straight years without going to the playoffs. And when you're playing in a town called Titletown, USA, I don't know that you're accustomed to that. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field.
26.
And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
That's fine. Yeah.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Adams. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams, 49 yards. And the Packers are back within a score.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. Crosby on now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Dances by him. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Attention shifting back to Carolina as they come onto the field. And you talked about it earlier. They started 6-2. Everything was looking good. Then 7 losses in a row in 2018. Besides Cam Newton retooling and not maybe running as much, what else needs to happen in Carolina?
I have to start with Cam Newton and his running because they've wanted him to run the ball less in recent years. But what's that expression that Cam used?
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. He got 29 yards that time. And I guess, Charles, sometimes when you have a receiver well over 6 foot, you do that. Just put it up there, let him grab it, and he did.
And it certainly appears like a 50-50 ball, right? We always talk about that one. Both sides have a chance to get it, the receiver or the guy covering him. But I think the odds actually are in favor of the offense. They can see the ball coming oftentimes before the defender can get his head around. So I think that really goes to like 70-30, and they should be able to go up and get it most of the time.
And he got it there. Here's Newton now on second down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. To the air again, Newton. And an alley to run. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, and his first carry of the game right there. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. Powers through. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to.
And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And this is going to be incomplete. Tramon Williams there to break that one up.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Well, there's a reason he's called Riverboat Ron. Rivera going to lead the offense out on 4th down. And he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And that will force a turnover on downs.
319! 319!
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. K1 short. Able to swamp him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5. Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Dontari Poe in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long.
That's what I'm talking about. Sacks all day, baby. Go ahead and take a seat. You can't stop me.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
319!
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And Adams has it, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Get reset. Hey, easy.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. And he fires one incomplete.
Let's phrase this delicately, okay? Might have had a better option instead of throwing the football into double coverage.
He was blanketed. I was surprised that he went his direction.
Yeah, should have thought maybe about the check down. Take the completion, keep moving.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now it's Rodgers. And left side here, it's Graham. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. He's got his man. It's Williams. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. Rodgers gives this to Jamal Williams. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Packers have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
Green 19.
Rodgers now to throw. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. Crosby on now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. Out of the gun, Newton. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be a 2nd down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Funches with a catch over the middle. takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. A fantastic connection that time. Newton to Funchess, 46 yards. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Newton now to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This for the lead in the final stages. And Catanzaro's kick is right through. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they managed the clock exactly right.
They'll look to throw. And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. The clock rolls as the Packers look to hurry things up. He's back to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Back to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down. He'll look to throw, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Luke Kuechly in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Back to throw. Got a man, it's complete. Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. To throw, it's Rodgers. Being chased out left. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. The Panthers are going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. And he checks this one down to Williams. Space to run past the 20. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. 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 I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
A score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Back to throw, Rodgers. A quick throw, but incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts. Got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set your...
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
The Packers looking to get out of here with a win as they take the knee. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Got a little antsy there from his Mike linebacker position.
Partner, there's times you think you've timed up the quarterback's cadence. You think you've got a read on it. He might have. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.